Nearly 94% of you are not subscribed to this channel. Please make sure you subscribe right now. What is up, guys? This is David from Bronx Banter, and we just had our first trade for the Yankees this offseason. Jake Bauers got traded to the Milwaukee Brewers for both Jace Avina and Brian Sanchez. Now, this isn't a blockbuster trade. This wasn't the trade that everyone was looking for. Everyone was looking for a Juan Soto trade or some other, maybe Brendan Donovan or big name trade. This isn't a big name trade, but this does imply pretty big things, and I'll get kind of into that a little bit later. But first of all, Jake Bauers did get traded off for both Jace Avina and Brian Sanchez. Now, I would like to say I was impressed that we got anyone for Jake Bauers. I personally thought he was a big non-tender candidate. We were just going to kind of let him go, or even worse yet, we were going to keep him around for next year as a backup left field option, just as we did other years, or last year, I should say. So I'm kind of glad we moved on from him. Not only am I glad we moved on from him, but we got pieces, something. We both got Jace Avina and Brian Sanchez, two prospects. One of them, I can't recall which one. I want to say Brian Sanchez. I could be wrong, but one of them is a top 30 prospect for the Brewers. Now, that may not be saying a whole lot. I'm interested to see on where they fall on the Yankees prospect list. And though they aren't both top prospects, they are guys that can develop into potentially good, strong, reliable players, or could be flipped for more trade pieces. So Jace Avina in 2023 in the minors, he played in high A, and in 326 at-bats, had 76 hits, 14 home runs, 50 RBIs, 10 stolen bases, and had an average of 233, 373 on-base percentage, and an 815 OPS. Then for Brian Sanchez in rookie ball, and these are both fairly young guys, Brian Sanchez being 19, Brian Sanchez in rookie ball had 101 at-bats. He had 30 hits, batted .297, no home runs, though power comes with age, 19 RBIs, 8 stolen bases, and on base of 414, over 400, and an OPS of 860, which is fairly good. Now, obviously, these are smaller sample sizes, and they're very young into their minor league career, but they got potential, especially seeing Brian Sanchez with that high on base percentage. That's only going to get better as he matures and he grows as a hitter through the minors, and hopefully we could see him one day in the majors. So whether we keep him or whether maybe we try to trade him off, either way, I'm just glad we got something in return for this trade. And as what the title and the thumbnail and even I suggested in the beginning of this episode, so this trade is bigger than you guys really think. Now, hear me out. This is not a stretch. I'm not reaching here. If you think about it, we traded away a pretty large outfield piece for us last year. Now, I'm not referring large as into his productivity, though he did have a hot streak or two with us, but I'm referring to large as in like the contributions and how many games he's played, where he's filled in, and how highly regarded he seemed to be for especially Aaron Boone. He really defended Jake Bauers a lot on the Talking Yanks podcast when he's been on there bantering with Boone, and along with just in general on the ES network and even in post-game interviews. So we trade him off, a pretty large left field bat, and now we don't have a whole lot of more options. Now, obviously, we have Everson, Pereira. Obviously, we have Florial if we want to dump him there. Obviously, we have Oswaldo Cabrera. Now, we got guys, but they're not guys. And if anything, we're thinning out our outfield when we need to be improving it. And on top of this, Brian Cashman announced this year that we need preferably lefty bats, which that's what Jake Bauer is, and two outfielders. And we're minimizing our outfield roster right now. So there's going to be a big outfield move coming, again, preferably left field. And we stock up in this trade by getting rid of Jake Bauers. We stock up with more prospects and more guys in our farm system. It seems inevitable that maybe this is a hint and a sign that the Yankees are going to do what they can to get Juan Soto. Whether they plan on flipping those guys in that Juan Soto trade, probably not. Or they just try flipping other guys that are higher up in our prospect list that the Padres would want. We have two more guys to back up that farm system, and we don't want to completely empty it. And on top of that, if we're trying to improve our left field, We trade away Jake Bauers. We get away from that journeyman mentality. And it looks like we're heading into something a little bit bigger. So now, trust me, I definitely don't think I'm reaching. I feel that the Yankees are one in bolstering their farm system here with this trade and opening up space for two left field bats that they desperately need by subtracting a left field bat that is not as beneficial as maybe someone like Juan Soto, or if they still want to go for Brendan Donovan that plays the outfield, or if they still plan to go for Kevin Kiermaier or even Cody Bellinger. So something's being set up with this trade. It's not just a trade that we should just scoff at and keep on looking. I see a lot of Yankee fans saying, oh, but it's not Juan Soto. I would just wait. It still could happen. And I'll be honest, with all the news going around, it seems as though we could give up a smaller package than what we initially anticipated for Juan Soto. So I'm a little more on board. If you guys see my last episodes, I've been off board on Juan Soto, and that was more because I thought we were going to have to give away guys like Spencer Jones or even Michael King. Maybe the Padres are still going to ask for Michael King, but I don't think that's what it's going to take. I think it's going to take more of a Clark Schmidt and maybe some other one or two other pitching prospects like Vasquez, Brito, maybe even a catcher. We got 6 catchers on our roster. No reason to have 6 catchers on our 40-man. So one of them's probably going to want to go as well. So I really think something's being set up here. And I understand why this trade on the surface level doesn't seem like much, but I promise you it is definitely gearing up for something, whether it's a Cody Bellinger signing, whether it's a Juan Soto trade, whatever it is, we're gearing up for it. Let me know what you guys think. Did you think that this was a good trade? I'm just surprised alone, even if, no offense, even if this doesn't move on to be a Juan Soto trade or go into much else, even though we should get big guys in our left field. Just looking at the sole fact that we traded away Jake Bauers for something, no offense to Jake Bauers, I'm happy. And these seem to be 2 guys that, not that they're going to wow you in the farm system, but they could develop into being something special. Very young, one in rookie ball, one in A ball. So they got plenty of time to grow and develop, and they already have some tools that are pretty promising. Let me know what you guys think. Did you like this trade? Did you not like this trade? Do you think, am I reaching that this could imply that we're going to get a big bat in our left field, such as Cody Bellinger, Juan Soto? I don't think I'm reaching. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe make your predictions on what's the next move that the Yankees are going to make. Hey, what is up, guys? If you liked this episode, please make sure to like it, comment down below, and subscribe, and watch what YouTube suggests would be a great video for you. You're not going to want to miss all the latest Yankees news and topics going on. Listen, Judge wants you to subscribe. The Martian wants you to subscribe. So make sure you do. And until next time, peace and be blessed.